This is the Idavox Report.
Mutual aid, Vermin says that like there's a natural state of anarchism, not only when you're a child, but like when there's a hurricane. There's no government forces around, and so people have to band together in order to help each other. And to tie that back into what's going on with Lauren and I, there's been a damn lot of people that are sending in these letters of support, to try to keep Lauren out of jail here, who have brought up during the pandemic that was the first thing. Lauren got laid off from her job because they went under, and Lauren went directly into mutual aid mode, out of her own wallet, to make sure that grandma.
Well, my unemployment was pretty good.
Okay. Maybe you want to talk about that? I don't know.
Well, Alston Brighton Mutual Aid, for a lot of like local neighborhood mutual aid groups formed at the time, and people were setting up community fridges. I was helping at the local Alston Brighton food pantry. Since I wasn't working, it was very easy to go help the old people who usually unload the truck with my big strong arms, and pick up medications for elderly neighbors who are afraid of getting COVID by even just going to the pharmacy. And it was sort of like just this ad hoc system that was created, but there was also group chats about it. And this is how, I guess this is what doing an anarchy actually is, right? I was helping there, one of my friend's mothers was 80 and her husband was in the nursing home for surgery. He ended up dying of COVID, unfortunately. But I was, the house was a mess, kind of a hoarder situation, but it was like, I did not want her to trip and fall. So I was going over all the time with my friends and helping clean up so that this 80-year-old woman wouldn't fall. Also, she wanted to go take a walk to CVS. Okay, wear your mask. I'll go in the store for you. That kind of thing. I had very close relationships with many people during the initial pandemic shutdown, ground zero situation in Boston, until the George Floyd stuff started up, and then it was time to get out of the house. But there was a lot of things that I was doing. I was also helping because there are people who are still working who are passing by people overdosing. And I had a friend, actually a neighbor, who is a harm reduction person who had tons of Narcan, the thing that reverses overdose, and we have a huge opiate issue in Boston. And, there was no one on the streets except people who were overdosing, and no one's calling to help. So I made sure that my friends who worked at City Hall and, were still working, had Narcan, knew how to use it. I did distribute Narcan to people that ended up using it on people. And this was not like something I was trying to like actually talk about. This was just like normal to me. This is what you just do. Like, this is, I guess this is anarchy, because is this what anarchy is? I mean, I always thought anarchy was a Mad Max thing too, but I realized that we need to take care of ourselves. And actually, I do believe in the inherent good in most people.